Starting the day off right. Caribou coffee and Brug's bagels. Now to head to the shop. Okay, and we made it to the shop. It's been a while. The Eclipse is still just chilling here. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, but welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's been a minute, but we're back. We got a bunch of stuff to do today, and we're hopefully going to be taking the Eclipse up for a nice little drive today because I have everything I've been really waiting for parts-wise in order to get this thing safer on the road. I actually did take it out for a drive since the last video, which was when we diagnosed the TCU and found out that the pulse generators were bad. Those have since been fixed. I've already driven the car. It shifts perfect through all the gears. I will put some clips up of that here in just a minute. While I was driving it, I also found out that the passenger side tie rod end was bad, so we have that to replace today. I have an oil change to do on the Mazda because I just got back from Colorado on a ski trip, which I will also put some clips from that in today's video. I'm going to get some things set up for today, and you guys can just watch the footage from me driving the Eclipse for the first time with it shifting good. So, see you in a sec. I love ramps for oil changes because, like, super convenient. I hate jacking up cars, but manual transmission, getting cars up on ramps, really nerve-wracking. I've actually put this car over the edge of the ramps before, and it was pretty scary. And then when tires are wet too, because, like, obviously I've been driving in the snow, they slip and slide, and it's super annoying. But anyways, that car's going to cool off a little bit because I just drove it all the way here. So that leads us to the tie rod end. It's this side, passenger side tie rod end. I ordered the parts already. I think I got them on Amazon. They're right here. There we go, nice new tie rod end. I don't think that these are specific to the side. It doesn't look like it. It's like they're just both tie rod ends. Universal, so that's cool. I was really looking forward to filming today because it's supposed to be like 35 degrees outside. It's nice to have the doors open in the middle of the winter. It's actually way colder in the shop than it is outside right now because, like, the sun's out. It's like, wouldn't that be 34 or something like that? That is pretty cold, but nice enough that I can be walking around in just my normal attire and not be dying. And I don't have to have the heater on. The important part of swapping a tie rod end is making sure that your nut, which is the locking nut, stays in place when you're taking the tie rod end off, because then you should be able to just kind of screw the thing right back to where it's supposed to be and not really lose too much of your alignment. I will show you how I kind of check alignments once we get the tie rod end swapped off, but I have some PB blaster sitting on this nut right here, so we'll see. Hopefully that will help me get that off. Well, that was way easier than I expected it to be. Okay, so now I should just go ahead and twist right off. Dang, it's the inner tie rod that's bad. Not what I was expecting. If you guys have never done inner tie rods before, here is the inner tie rod, and you can see just how garbage this thing is. That's what it looks like. There's what you have to take off. That's the inner tie rod. There's that little metal ring right here, this guy. So you gotta bend that back because that's kind of like a locking ring. And then there's a special tool to get in there to get it off. Most places that you're gonna get parts from will be able to rent you that tool as well. I'm using O'Reilly's because they're not too far from me and I can get the part today. So they're gonna have the tool and I can just rent the tool. I have it at home too, but I really don't feel like driving home. Once I have that, it'll be really easy to just get that swapped out, and then we'll just have to basically do a garage realignment on this side, but I'll show you how to do that too. Welcome to the new head cam, the GoPro Hero 8. Man, this is gonna be real interesting. So now that we're at a place where I can't really do a whole lot with the Eclipse, I'm going to get the oil drained because I'm gonna need to drive this thing to go get that part in a little bit. Probably about 3 hours. Now I don't have a watch. Alright, so I went ahead and took the case off of the GoPro, try to see what the audio change is like. And while the oil is draining, which it looks like most of it's already drained out, it's like OW20, so it drains really fast. But I'll give it a second to drip. Let's do a little tour of the shop, shall we? So we got Matt's R6. This is also Matt's truck, which is having some issues right now, so it's just kind of chilling here. The neighbor's Monte Carlo, that thing's been here. It was here last year too. That's a pretty sweet grandpa car. And then you guys know the Talon. Maybe this will give you guys a new perspective of like the size of the shop and just kind of, I don't know, the head cam is way different than filming with my G7X. The Talon is completely dead right now. The battery is at my house. As you guys know, CTSV brakes. I mean, I got small hands, but those brakes are huge. Gandalf. I know some people have made comments about him. Matt and I have had that. We took it from our senior class party, like the end of the year party. They had a bunch of movie theater props, so Gandalf's been hanging out with us a while. The Eclipse. Most of you probably know what this looks like, but the head cam makes things different, so I want you guys to see kind of what the Eclipse is like right now. There's kind of stuff everywhere because I've been working on it, but check out the headliner of this thing. Like, besides it's a little bit saggy here, but man, this interior on this car is mint. It is super, super nice. These are my favorite cloth seats. I really don't like the rainbow ones, and these have their little imperfections, but I actually have 3 sets of these. I only have, well, I think the Talon has the back seats for it, but I have these 2 front seats. I got over there. Yeah, they're underneath there. I got another set of front seats, and then at my house, I have a whole nother set of front seats and rear seats. I plan on making one of the seats into like a gaming setup because I like to play Forza Horizon and I love car games. So I think that would be a really fun thing to do. Let's pop the hood on the Talon. Give you guys a little peek at what's going on under there with the head cam, since we're doing, you know, a tour of the shop. It's funny, I didn't get this on video, but when Jeffro was here, I popped the hood for him, and he pulled out his flashlight, and he's looking at the paint, and he's looking under here, and he's looking super close, and he's like, wow, this thing's the original paint. I was like, yep, it sure is. He couldn't believe it. It is really hard to believe. His one comment that he made was, oh, it must have been painted on a Wednesday. Just little Jeffro humor bits. This is the Talon, so JM Fab intake, the FP manifold with the FP black, Morrison Fab, recirculated O2 housing. It was a Punishment Racing open dump, but I had them just weld a pipe on to make it recirculated because I wasn't about that life. Full 3-inch Buescher Racing exhaust. I can never say that right. So much stuff done to this car. I will make a updated build overview video for this car because I know that a lot of people ask me about this setup, and I went back and watched my original build overview video, and it's kind of hard to watch because I'm like, like I can't talk. But you know, it was also one of the first videos that I actually recorded. A lot of people ask me about the intake pipe as well. This is actually a Modern Automotive Performance custom made intake. This was off of a customer car of theirs. It was a blue auto car. got it from a buddy of mine along with my green Talon. It's nice to know though that if I wanted to, I gotta adjust that hood prop too. I don't know why that's like that. But it's nice to know that if I wanted to, I can literally just jump in this car and start it right up. That hasn't really been the case, really ever during the winter. All right, well, I think that's been enough of me just kind of talking and walking around showing you guys things. So I'm gonna get back to the oil change and then we'll go from there. Well, the oil change is done. Got about 2 hours till the part for this thing comes in, so I'm just going to head home. I'll just grab my tie rod end tool that I have. I already have it, so I might as well just use it. I can get some lunch and yeah. Break in that oil, why not? All right guys, well, I will see you in a little bit when we're on our way back to the shop and getting up that inner tie rod for the Eclipse. So all right, so I did not show my alignment process, but basically if you know how a tie rod works, what I do is I get the steering wheel nice and straight, I look at both wheels, and then I just kind of adjust it until it looks good, and then I drive it, and if it doesn't pull, good to go. That's how I've done it for a while. Both wheels are turned in just a little bit. Actually, that one's turned, I don't know. It'll be close enough. I'm not really all that worried about it. So at this point, I think everything that I really needed to do so far, besides changing the spark plugs and the coil packs, is done. The last time I drove it, I tested the cruise control and it didn't work. So what I ended up doing was just looking at cruise control, and I kind of have a basic idea of how it works. There is a vacuum line right here, and this wasn't even connected. So cruise control should work now. I think, I'm pretty sure. The vacuum line is really important for cruise control. So let's go ahead and start it up. Hear any missing like I was kind of concerned about, so that's awesome. I'm gonna get the Mazda moved out of the way, we'll get the doors opened up, and then let's take her for a little drive. Alright, so we just made it back from a nice long cruise with the car. During the cruise there was a crazy vibration that I was experiencing on the highway. It was pretty intermittent. It would just kind of happen at one speed and then I'd speed up and it would go away and I'd come back to that speed and it would not be doing it. So I ended up just coming back and I rotated the tires. I just brought the front one to the back and back to the front, you know, both sides identical, and the shake seems to be gone. So I'm pretty happy with the way that the car is sitting right now. It seems to be driving good. I think I'm going to just kind of take it home for the night since it's a Saturday night, and I can get away with that and come back tomorrow if I need to. But I'm gonna take it home for the night and we'll see how it goes. I have one of the caps on the wheels that's broken. The little tabs right here by where my pinky is. There's 3 of them, or 2 of them. Yeah, no, and there's one right here too. They're broken, so it's not gonna stay in place. So I just took them all off. That way it doesn't look dorky, whatever, missing one. And it really doesn't look too bad without them. It just looks like a normal car. But I'm going to take it home, so I guess we'll see how that goes. I hope you guys enjoyed the GoPro footage on my head. I really had a fun time doing that, and I look forward to doing it in the future as well. But I'm gonna head home with the car. I got a few more things to take out of the Mazda. I'm gonna park the Mazda in the shop here before I leave as well. So I'm gonna get the rest of my stuff taken care of, and then I will update you guys on either if we break down, which I don't think that we will, but hopefully I'll just see you guys when we get to my house. Well, things are going awesome so far. Car did great. Just getting some fuel, getting that sweet 93 octane. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Miles on her so far. Only got about another 2 miles to go to get home, so we'll see you guys when we get there. Well, we made it. Yeah, this car doesn't have dome lights for some reason. That's really annoying. My Talon has a similar issue with I believe it's just the driver's door switch for the dome lights. I don't know. But we made it. Car made it home. Did awesome. Wow. Well, that's gonna be the end of today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think of the GoPro on my head, the head cam I'm calling it, because I'm just super excited to have the Hero 8. There's going to be a lot of awesome stuff that we'll be able to do with it in the future. So, thanks for watching. Make sure to drop a subscription if you have not already. Hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next one.